All right, gentlemen. Who wants to give us a recap of last week?
We did a whole lot of running around in circles, but we finally got a message saying that our target will be here in a week.
Yep.
We also found out that the captain's okay with that. Hey!
Hello.
Welcome. So we're recapping.
Cool.
We found out that the captain would be okay with waiting a week, because if nothing else, if she does refuse the contract, we get something.
Right, we get termination fee.
However, waiting a week seems like not the best approach for our time. So, what sort of things do you think we could do that would earn us some dough in the city here? We asked about jobs, but they don't seem to normally have a jobs board. Do we have any special skills that this city needs?
We were directed to the inn, weren't we?
Yes, we were directed as inn would be the best chance to find odd jobs. Yep.
I believe you all actually came up with that theory on your own, if I remember.
We were directed somewhere.
We were directed to
Somebody
the docks.
told. I remember some NPC told us. I don't remember which one it was, but
The archive guy.
Okay.
Oh, and we found out probably at least some more details about what happened years ago.
You did.
Apparently, there was a great big fire, and everyone died a horrible death. But
except one little red-haired girl.
right, who was
either fire retardant herself or is the cause of the calamity.
It does seem to be the case.
Either that or she was protected by something else.
Ah, true.
Yep.
Comes up with a new idea.
Yep.
Interesting theory.
Her
And
mom
all
could
theories.
Her mom could have shielded her.
It's possible.
I love Voldemort.
Evil. The mark of death.
You know what? I think we should go keep asking around about this.
Anyway, I start heading towards the inn.
Which inn?
Which inn? Good question.
The one that looks the snobbiest.
Okay.
I would like to locate an inn close to where our ship is docked.
Donovan, to you that would be none of them, because they're not dwarven.
Or would that be all of them?
That could be too.
Okay, guys, I want to pause here for a second. So I know our in-game characters, they're all not going to want to just, sit on their thumbs for a week. But that's what we've been doing for a month. I mean, by and large. So, do we want to take a week of rest and relaxation instead of being on the cramped ship? Is that even in the table? These sorts of things, like, we've got this sort of viewpoint that we've got to do work, but I'm feeling like it's not a fun session for us as players to be searching for a job and trying to work it out. Is this what you guys want to do?
I mean,
Ultimately asking if, one, can we fast forward to the meeting with our target, and two, should we?
Yes, I am asking that.
Here's a quick question. Nate, did you have any odd jobs planned for us here?
I do now, because I was able to get the random generator up.
Okay, then can we fast forward?
Dude, this whole campaign is random gen. There's like nothing pre-planned.
That's true. There could be something random gen, but I don't want to spend like 2 hours trying to get to the random gen thing and not play.
This is what I'm suggesting. I'm suggesting that we actually acknowledge we are players in this world, and we can decide when it's not fun.
Fair enough. I was going to be looking for ore during the week because I want to build a new gun since I got rid of mine.
I do remember at some point that
I have no money.
the half-orc, half-elf guy said to return in a few days to show you what he's done with your gun.
This is true.
All right, gentlemen,
Thank you.
let's go back to
I
character.
found a new gun here. What does it do?
Cookie honestly is thinking, I could find some odd jobs, but the guy said there's not much of higher work to
Hey,
do.
honestly,
I'd rather take some R&R because I haven't had that in a long time.
you have a week
Fair
to try
enough.
out a whole bunch of new recipes.
Right.
That's
We can set you up in the square away from people, and you can practice some things.
You have a week to have people buy you and try new recipes to see if they're any good.
I do. That's a fantastic suggestion.
Well, I am going to go get some of that awesome ramen and go take an extra portion to the guy who I gave my gun to.
And then start building
You
it.
realize based on what they charged us that these people probably think that's common.
This is a fair point.
But it was awesome. I mean, whatever. Just keep that in mind. We're country folks in a city town here.
Emily Flex.
So what's the plan, gentlemen? What things would you like to transpire?
Cookie would like to spend his week in R&R, which, I mean, honestly, for the most part, is going to mean trying to talk to the local chefs about what sort of food they prepare. Talon's absolutely right. That's exactly what I would be doing and having a blast. Not magic specifically.
What did Talon say or do? Because I don't see any text or anything, or did I just miss it?
You missed it. Talon suggested what Cookie would like to do is cook. And yes, set up a little shop and try to make some recipes and see what other people think. I do. That ramen was fascinating. I'll make that ramen.
Well, most of the food in the area are things that one of your party members would probably be less interested in.
Is it a certain dwarf?
Yeah. Dwarves tend to prefer, ale and...
Medical reasons.
This is a traveling bazaar. Surely it has some traveling food stuff with it.
Yes, however, after a few days, it starts to pack up.
Oh, okay.
They
Well,
did
before it
specify
backs up,
traveling.
I want to go see the half-orc that I gave my gun to, because he said come back in a couple days and see what it looks like.
So you go back?
Yep.
You see on the table there, he has 2 tubes of differing lengths with a interesting piece of wood at the other end that looks very familiar to you, due to your knowledge, however very foreign to everyone else. And he has a small tube on top of the long tube, but not on the top of the short one. Greetings, sir. How can I help you?
Oh, I was just checking in. You said come back and see what you've done, so I'm curious what you.
Ah, yes. Here you are. I've made one that reaches out a little bit further, and I've made one that doesn't require two hands and can be used at closer range. And I'm currently working on one that is has a bit of a spread for close range.
Cool.
Shotgun.
I had ideas for those myself. You seem to be like-minded.
I took a magical scope and put it on the top of the long-range one so you can get a little bit better view of your target.
Oh, that's nice. You can pick where to hit them rather than just, hoping to hit them.
Potentially, it takes some training to get the hang of, ballistics of it. Because, as you know, with arrows and stuff, they tend to, drop after a while. My feeling is it'd be the same with these.
I have to set up some sort of long-distance target practice.
Oh, I'm sure when I get back to base, I can get my matron to allow me to have some range to do so.
Where is your base?
We hail from the Space Carnival.
Oh.
And, we just travel around system to system, and then we often come to planets and set up little carnivals as well for them, and then continue to move on. But I'm sure I could get her to set me up another extra-dimensional space to go and, shoot away in and not have to worry about hurting people.
Yeah, I've not had to worry about hurting people when I was trying to.
Ouch.
I mean, it's fairly accurate. I've not hit too many people. The ones I have didn't fare well, but
Yeah, you've had some great rolls before.
yeah. So what do you plan to do with these guns? Besides just learning how to hold them in?
See what other I can make. Practice with them. That's probably it to start with.
I would offer to buy some from you, but I don't have the coin and I can make them myself. I just don't have any supplies right now.
Well, you're not in the best place for metallics. They're quite short supply in this place.
Well, you have all the metallics you could ever use.
That's true.
We're here for the rest of the week. Is there some favors I might be able to do for you to get some of the materials to create another one of these weapons? Because you have an endless supply, but it's yours, not mine.
Don't really have need for a lot, and I tend to sell finished goods, not raw materials. For obvious reasons. I mean, I can do the work and make more money that way. What material are you looking for, and how much are you looking for, and maybe we can work something out.
Well, I mean, you know how much materials to make one of those weapons. I just want to make another one of myself. But I'm in rather short supply of the raw materials. Just need a simple wood stock and the metal to make the barrels.
Okay. Well,
I mean,
we're leaving tomorrow. Let me come back in a few hours. Let me see what I can calculate.
all right. I'll wander off and go get some ramen.
Okay. Anyone else?
I want to create a new gun before my friends figure out I got rid of mine.
Oh, say it ain't so.
Thank God he
None
got
of
rid
you
of his
have
gun.
ever hid anything from each other.
Thank God he blew up his own gun. How did he do that without dying?
Oh my gosh.
I did see the PM. I'm looking it up, by the way.
Y'all are
Does
gonna be
anyone
in
else?
trouble. Now,
Cleoc's rather curious about why he's feeling so good.
That is a very interesting thing.
wait, Cleoc's feeling good?
He is.
Oh, Cleac is feeling extra spry and energetic.
And he has a nice warmth in his chest.
Hmm.
Are you sure that's a good thing?
Maybe
Having
he
warmth in your chest?
is he dating?
Maybe you found some money.
Yes, I'm dating the little girl who's still probably, 20 years
Older
older
than
than
you?
I am.
Hey, you need to date every now and then. Wait, which girl who's 20 years more than you are?
I'm making a joke about the redheaded girl.
Yeah, she's about what, 2 or 3 years older than you are?
You know how old my character is in game?
About 3, you said?
I said
Yeah.
that's when we reach maturity.
I think
Yes.
you're 9. Am I right?
Yes.
Wrong?
And she's what, 7?
I don't know. We never asked.
So you're not rubbing the griddle too much.
So, Cookie,
Yeah.
do you still feel this, warmth inside of you? I remember you mentioning it earlier.
No. No, I feel really excited about all this cooking and good food, but no. Oh, you mean when I was frozen?
Yes.
I don't know how long that lasted, but it wasn't like more than a day at least. I forgot about that. Wait, did she do something to you?
I don't know. But I feel
I looked back and you weren't there.
I feel actually really good. Like
That makes no
I
sense.
can fly around the world.
Well, I mean, okay. That's good. I'm happy for you.
I think
I
she
wonder.
But I was trying to figure out whether it was just maybe something in the ramen. But no, it's like I remember you saying something specifically about feeling a warmth inside of you after she thawed you
Oh
out.
yeah, it was like a burning ember inside
Yes.
my chest.
Yes, that's it. I wonder what's going on now. And you see Cleoc go off and see if he can find the little girl again.
He has a crush on the little girl, huh? He needs to find her so she can put another ember in his chest.
I don't know.
Well, maybe what she did, I don't know.
In character, he's curious as to what happened.
That would be kind of weird.
Although, by all means, if you want to.
Yeah. No, I mean, you can certainly try to find her and ask about it. But, I mean, you kind of got the feeling that it probably wasn't a meaningful, purposeful thing like she did with Cookie.
Right.
So you may or may not get an answer.
He knows how large this place is and how he's... Not Cookie. I'm not Cookie.
Nope.
Cleoc's a little bit torn about asking around for her because...
No one likes her.
no one likes her. So he'd probably return to the one spot that he last ran into her, and if he doesn't find her, go back to the ship and then just do chores / downtime around the ship.
Yeah, she's not there right now. She's elsewhere.
Okay. / practice / actually reading through this archery book that he bought.
Doing some archery practice?
Yes.
Good idea.
Out of curiosity, does this ship have ballistas on it?
No.
Can it?
It looks like they had some, but they're damaged and aren't usable right now.
Oh.
Can it be replaced?
If you remember when you first were encountered here, you remember there was a lovely battle. That is why
Yes.
you're actually even part of the crew, because he needed someone to undertake a mission because he was short-staffed.
Yes.
Yeah, that.
No. Question.
For
Could they be replaced though?
They could,
money, but who knows how
quite a
actually
bit of money,
useful
but yeah.
how useful they actually are, and so that's why. But considering that the book was for any bow-like weapon, even though what Cleoc cares about the most is longbows and to a much lesser extent short bows, because I believe monks can use short bows, crossbows, light crossbows. But if they're also ballistas, then he might. But if they're damaged, anyway, he's not going to worry about it. Cleoc's not a crafter. He knows he's not a crafter.
Oh boy. That is not. It's a flat roll. That sucks. Ha 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 ha! That's a 20.
That's your research checks?
That's my persuasion check. Oh boy.
Okay, so Cleoc is practicing. Cookie is cooking. Talon, Ryu, are you guys going to select to do anything?
I'm not sure what I'd be doing in here, honestly.
So,
He can go fight that rodent of unusual size in the pantry.
With my firebolts? Sure!
Uh,
Captain?
Yeah, I'm not going to do anything out of the ordinary. I mean, I could try to go be friends with the little girl, but she caught me on fire last time. I'm not going to go alone.
Let's see. I can continually fire my fireballs into the other ships. See what happens.
You're going to what?
That was a joke. Continuing on.
Now, the real thing to ask, Talon, is that
Yes?
actually a joke? Did you actually fire firebolts at the other ship? Because this game's going to get real random if you did.
See, I grab players and firing. Just
You might be rolling a new character if you did. No, I take that back. You will be rolling a new character if you did.
why?
I'm pretty sure you can't beat the captain. I'm pretty sure he's higher level than you.
Probably.
Not
I
so
think he
to
would
the
turn
fact
you over
that
to
he
the
could
police.
Teleport you, and he could just, teleport you off into the middle of outer space and let you sit there.
Yeah, I think he would
What's
probably
your-
turn
what's
you
your
over to
con?
the authorities.
What's your con modifier?
me?
No,
No.
no,
I
Talon.
think +2.
Okay, so you could survive for 2 minutes. I believe it is. Hostile actions, aren't recommended.
Okay.
Cookie's contemplating something. But unfortunately, I'm not sure yet the mechanics of it because I haven't figured that out.
Mechanics of what?
Creating a spell.
Ah, yes. So we'll just mark down that you practice to try to create one, and we can determine it when we get the rules figured out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cookie's fascinated about that cat. Very fascinated about that cat.
Yeah, kitty, kitty, kitty. Yeah, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Let's see here.
Yeah, kitty. Boom, 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 boom. We got the kitty. Oh, darn it, you missed. Dodge! Dodge!
Talon,
Yes?
roll a dex check.
Okay.
He's not connected.
Oh. Well, you can elect someone to roll for you and tell them your mod if you need. Sounds like he has dice to roll.
Base 20. Matt.
No. What roll a d20 and add your dex mod.
Okay. Let's see.
+4.
Here. Dex 21.
I believe that's the highest I've ever rolled in succession.
It is. That's pretty crazy. You
It's
lucky.
pretty awesome. I'm the lucky dog.
Basically, you just ran a skill challenge on your own to see how you did. So, if you guys were wondering, I was doing some stuff on the side to help things move along with Yonovan.
Okay.
I figured out what
Talon?
Rio would be doing.
Okay, give me just a moment and we'll get right to that. Talon,
Sure.
one of the days when you're going past the workshop, you nearly step on a cat that hisses at you. It was heading towards Yonovan's workshop. It looks very angrily at you.
Yeah!
Talon,
Throw some catnip.
have fun. Ryu, what is it that Ryu is going to be doing this time?
She's gonna be practicing trying to use magic to animate a strip of cloth and make it like move on her command. She's gonna try and invent a new cantrip.
Okay. Do a few Arcana checks.
Okay. My Steam is not liking me today. Do you want me to roll in person or have someone else roll for me?
It's up to you.
Here, John, will you roll a d20 for me and add 3?
All right. 23.
Roll again.
Roll again.
Yep. And one last
7.
time. You think you get it with your first attempt. You get some good ideas, and it seems to be moving a little bit, but really not the way you wanting. It's just kind of like moving sporadically, and you just really can't peg down anything better than that. And the cloth kind of just shreds on your last attempt.
I think I'm gonna go to the market and buy up some strips of cloth or some cloth to work with, so I can keep experimenting while we're on our journey. Then.
Okay. Yanovan.
Yep.
So he takes you up on your offer of showing him your 2 things that you offered. your art, or your 3 things you offered: your techniques, your sketches, and your channeling. And he's very impressed. And in exchange, just a second.
Dramatic pause.
Oh, I heard something. So, he brings out this nice rod. It's a nice hollow rod.
Okay, what material does it appear to be made of? Or is it just a rod to start with? What material is the rod made of? Can y'all hear me?
We can hear
We
you.
can hear you.
I don't remember if Nate said he was stepping away.
He said he may have heard something.
Okay. Just assume he stepped away then. Yeah, let's put this in the chat. So I rolled 8 times before we started, guys. I got a nat 1, 2 15s, and the rest are below 10. I mean, I was getting 4, 6, 8, whatever. Just super low rolls. Then I just did the skill challenges with him.
Sorry about that. I got
Alright.
hollered at.
And the lowest was a 12, I think. I got 2 nat 20s out of like 7 or 8 rolls.
Now you can do that next time that we're
We're
characters' life
attacking
and death
someone.
is.
Right? Those are the highest I've rolled the entire campaign. Because, yeah, I got it. The first persuasion roll was a nat 20. I did 3 arcana checks, 22, 16, 19. 3 smithing checks, 24, 14, 16. So, yeah, I'm happy. Alright, he brings out a rod. What material is this rod made of?
Yes. It is.
Does it appear to be finished or just raw still?
It seems to be a nice rod that you could use as a base for a barrel.
Okay.
And it seems to be slightly enchanted.
Oh boy.
It's like, this used to be a mage staff that had some severe issues, and so I was thinking about having it repurposed. For your endeavor, I will give it to you. And here's an old crossbow that I had lying around. That should get you well on your way for getting yourself a replacement.
Awesome, thank you. It was fun collaborating with you. Don't often get the chance for that. Well, I won't take up more of your time. I need to get back and check on my crewmates. And I shall depart him with a bow.
Okay, sounds good. Alright, after your week of various events, you guys are able to find that a certain elven lass has come to the ship asking for you.
Cool.
And the captain calls
Awesome.
you all up.
I mean, I find them, and so we go up together.
Alright, yay! So is she on the ship itself?
Well, she...
No,
Yeah. If the captain called us.
she's on the dock next to the ship.
Cool, cool.
Well,
Cookie has charisma, right?
Cookie, I believe
Yes.
you were the one who
Yep.
sent the letter, right?
Yep.
Yes. Oh,
So-
hey.
So you're the one sending the letter so incessantly. What do you need?
Well, we signed up on a mission to transport you to the dwarves. We just want to do our mission. And then it seems like maybe you don't want the mission, so we're kind of confused here.
Not exactly. I really don't see myself as a packager mission.
Um,
Do you not want to go see your dad? Isn't he with the dwarves?
He is? Did I say that?
Did you say what?
That I didn't want to see
hey,
him?
we're rather antagonistic here. I think we're off on the wrong foot. Sorry to,
Cookie,
I guess.
let's rewind and let you breathe in and breathe out and let you play a more charismatic character than you usually play. You usually play the hammer. Let's go with something a little bit more finesse approach.
Yeah, it's also late in the day for a John that doesn't usually function charismatically.
I know. That's why I'm giving you the chance to redo it. I understand.
All right, let's restart. Oh, you must be Nelesser.
Indeed, and you must be the one who's been sending me these messages.
Yes.
I believe you said the name was Cookie, if I remember correctly.
Well, that's my nickname, Theodore, but I cook. Thus, I'm Cookie. I've always cooked. I'm not much of a fighter, so in the war, and made me cook.
Culinary is always a good endeavor.
It is. Gotta say, the food around here is very different. I'm not used to the elves. Right. I met ramen noodles, but I think that was the traveling bazaar. Was
Yes,
visiting
it was.
town.
It's kind of a specialty that they have. They said they got it from a planet. Can't remember what system it was in, but it was some empire that was on the east coast of that planet.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's interesting. So what can I help you with?
Well, we were under the impression that you wanted to travel to the dwarves.
Not exactly. My father more wants me to, and I kind of respect him and understand his position.
And what position is that? What
Diplomat. He's there making deals so that we can export some of our goods and import some of theirs. It's a good trade option. We don't exactly have much in the way of being able to make tools here, and they don't have much in the way of more organic substances such as wood or food. So it's a good trade.
So I'm guessing that trade and diplomacy is not your thing.
I really haven't figured out what my thing is yet. I'm still fairly young. As far as elves go, I'm only 100 after all.
Don't tell our Arakra.
He probably would be standing there.
That's probably true.
Yeah. Cookie looks back at him. Some members of our party are quite impatient. Sorry.
Most of you short-lived races seem to be that way.
Yes, indeed. We are. I am myself rather The phrase in my parts is a fish out of water. I was not from here, and originally I did not set out on a life's mission of flying on ships between spheres. So I really don't understand, what is this?
I would interrupt Cookie at this point and say, your father posted a bill requesting us to escort you to him, to the land of the dwarves.
Ah, I see. Well, I guess let me pack my things. If you'd all like to come to the house, you can help carry them.
Oh yes, we like carrying things. And swapping decks and scrubbing pots.
Hey,
a
who's the
good
bag
job.
of holding?
I don't know, where is
Rio
that?
glare.
I haven't seen much of him recently.
I glare at Cookie.
Donovan, we need to have a check for you to roll to see how well you've constructed your weapon.
Oh boy. I'm worried that I've run out of good dice rolls. Well, there we go. How many rolls?
It would be just the one. You have advantage on it due to the materials you're given.
He says after I roll on that one and get a 9. See, I ran out of good rolls.
Oh, wow.
Get it laid out and stuff, but you can't quite get it to the triggering mechanism and everything to line up right.
All right.
So it's going to take a little bit more work.
Fair enough.
Anyway, I follow Nalasser back to her house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does the rest of
might
you
as well.
follow?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. When you guys get there, you
Like
see
I said, a
there's-
bag of holding hit would be really nice fun now.
If only you had one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a person who has one.
If only we had one.
Hint, hint.
I don't know who you're hinting
What
at.
was being said? I totally missed it.
Um,
Over typing and stuff.
So, you guys get there, and there is a nice pile of boxes and other luggage. And she's like, here we go.
Okay.
It'll take you all basically moving at half speed to get back with it in one trip. And you're all going to a point of exhaustion doing so.
Will it fit in the bag of holding?
Not all of it.
Bag
but
of
it'll make
holding
your
is
job a lot
not that
easier.
big.
It can take 500 pounds. It's all a matter about the entrance being like a 1.5 by 1.5 or something. It has to fit in the mouth of it.
Right. And a lot of the baggage and luggage will, but not the boxes and crates that are there.
Cookie is struck by a thought.
I'm worried.
And I'm going to say this is a... and it doesn't work.
Okay.
But Cookie seems a lot more tired than you thought he was a few seconds ago.
Interesting.
Looks like
I was expecting to have to make a strength check or something to carry all this stuff, but
Cookie, the next time you think about doing
it's
something
more
like
of
that, please tell us so we can back away.
If you want to do a strength check, it'd basically allow you to get back quicker with less effort.
I'm okay with just
Otherwise,
carrying it
saying
and
you could
then
just-
taking the level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Hey, if it
just
would have
you guys
worked,
just
y'all would
drag
have
your
thanked
feet.
me.
I'm not going to risk failing a strength check.
I have a strength. I have a negative on strength in the first place.
I have a plus 1 on strength, but
So do I.
I have like negative 1
Various
on
means
strength.
of, tying them together and heaving them up and strapping them between each other. I figured you guys could eventually get it back.
I grumble under my breath. The suitcase is heavier than I am.
Yes, most likely.
Mr. Hollow Bones.
Oh, Cookie doesn't mind picking up stuff and doing work. He goes and carries it. What does one level of exhaustion do to you, by the way?
You should know this. It's going to become very important for the next campaign.
It is.
Skill
Cookie already
checks.
has one level of
Disadvantage
exhaustion.
on skill checks, I think.
Oh, you're at level 2 exhaustion now?
Yeah. Failing the attempt to cast a spontaneous spell you don't know produces a level of exhaustion. In fact, I think just attempting does.
So 1 is disadvantage on ability checks. 2 is speed is halved.
Half of half.
Well, I didn't have the exhaustion. I wasn't exhausted before I started this, so we're exhausted after.
Mm-hmm.
Cookie, are you doing all right?
Yeah, wouldn't we still be exhausted considering how much we managed to put into the bag of holding?
I am. Cookie doesn't seem to be carrying his weight. I'll manage. I tried some magic. It didn't work. Ow.
And Talon, this is the kind of thing that I wouldn't worry too much about the details.
Alright, so you guys are able to make it back on the boat and you're ready to go. As soon as you tell the captain, you guys can push off.
I'll go tell the captain.
And I will stop Cookie and say you should go get some rest, and I will tell the captain.
Capital idea, fellow. Cookie goes to bed.
And before we take off, I asked Nalasser if we have everything she needs because it's going to be a long trip.
I'm all set.
And I bow courteously and go to the captain and say, I think we're ready.
Excellent. Then let us get underway. Give me just a moment here. I need to check something.
I would also tell the captain that she had a lot of goods and we're tired from carrying them, so if it'd be all right, we would like to go immediately rest at the beginning.
He can see the exhaustion on your face, so he's fine with it.
Okay.
And how long does it take for us to recover?
A long rest, 8 hours.
You recover 1 level of exhaustion every long rest, or every 8 hours you rest.
So long as you also eat food.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you have proper nourishment.
Oh, but a cook is, down for the cat.
Wake him up.
You can have proper nourishment with the other
You
stuff.
said 2 levels.
Yes.
So he won't wake up.
Yeah.
MREs count as proper nourishment.
I know.
They just aren't tasty proper nourishment.
I'm quite aware.
Okay, so you guys are getting through the area. And you're making your way as normal through the phlogiston. And you get to one sphere. And you guys, Emrakul asks if you guys want to go through or bypass it, because it's just on the way to where you guys are going.
So we find a random sphere.
Not random, it's on the path to where you're going.
Do we have any other info on it?
He's like, no, I've never been to this one. I've heard about it, but I've never gone to it.
How valuable would seeing what it's like be?
Maybe it would.
Is there
maybe
good
not.
money to be made?
Maybe, maybe not.
I'm not sure our guest would like us to take this detour.
She's an elf. She wouldn't care if we took a month off. You could go ask her, though.
Yeah.
It's a 2-month journey on the ship to your next destination.
Taking a break might be a smart choice. Stretch your legs. Get off the ship.
Or it might be full of goblins, but we'll find out.
It's he left it up to the party, so all of you get to decide.
I'm sure she wouldn't mind seeing an adventure on the way.
I vote stop.
Yep. Stop.
I vote check with her, but then stop.
Yeah.
I've never known an impatient elf. I'm not sure I've known an elf. I don't really remember, but
Then why'd you choose to look like one?
choose.
Yes, Jews.
Oh,
There's
didn't
more to this
think I had a
story.
choice. What? I don't know.
So we have. So you're the elf who's not an elf. Cookie's using magic that I don't think anyone here has ever seen nor heard of. Yanovan's haunted by a cat.
I duck instinctually.
Jumps over.
I don't know what's wrong with me yet. I'm certain there's something wrong with me.
You're gonna die soon. Relatively speaking.
So comforting.
Talon, I don't know what's with Talon yet. I'm sure there's some hidden dark secret in his soul.
Well, isn't aren't the angel-y people supposed to be like really really good? But I don't know. I think we might need to hang out more.
With someone
Why?
who randomly kills villagers? I question your choice of
So
friend.
the system
Anyway.
that you guys enter has a blue star in the center with a big ice world floating around it with like planetary debris ring around the planet. And that is what is up here.
Huh. I wonder if it's got a debris ring. Maybe it's too big to land on. Perhaps it has a moon that we could land. Check out. I guess we need to go in and see what's a populated zone.
You guys are going
That's
to go look for a
no
populated zone?
Yeah.
Out of character, do like ports have a beacon or something like to help us home in on where there's actually trade and stuff, or do you just kind of sail around until you see something?
Yes.
Both.
Roll. Huh.
Are there any beacons on this
Alright.
system?
I need you each to roll a d20 and add 7.
John, you can roll for me.
Okay, my first roll was a 15 total. And 17 for Ryu.
I need 3 more.
Cleox 23.
Yonovan and Talon are left.
20.
You said Dex.
Talon, no.
Just a D20 plus 7.
Oh,
It's not your modifier,
15?
it's someone else's. Excellent. You all are feel the ship start rocking back and forth as you see the captain is swerving the ship back and forth between something. And as you guys peer out over, you see there's a bunch of jellyfish-like creatures in space, and their tentacles are just kind of whipping around. You see one of the guys on the ship get hit and just instantly falls down, just out. And so he's like, "Take cover!" But you guys are able to manage to get through it. The herd of jellyfish.
Space jellyfish? What the heck?
You're gonna have some interesting weird food tonight?
Are there gonna be space Loch Ness monsters too?
Don't know.
What's
Maybe.
Or space chocolate turtles.
Oh, grasshoppers.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness, we're joined.
We are.
Aw.
Welcome.
Hey,
sir.
Actually, so I don't know how long I can stay, but I got in here to find Jonathan. I have a special message. I was told to carry from an envoy. Says the brawny, very good-looking ranger that you see poking his head out from wherever hole he's been hiding in the last 2 months.
He's not dead after all.
Walk over there talking to the blue.
It's a special voice recorded message on a scroll.
Alright, come over here. Over here, and tell
Oh crap, we left him with the goblins!
I at the last second I got myself embedded into an amulet. That's how I survived.
Tell him in the.
All right, so here's the message. Ready? He makes an arcane motion of his hands, and then all of a sudden you see a projection of a small boy with green-blue eyes. All right,
Alright.
you can tell now.
Okay, Uncle Brian. Are you gonna tell him?
Here.
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 Say, hi, Uncle Brian. Can you say something?
He's on here.
He's not. Uncle Brian's there.
Hey, Caleb.
Jonathan, are you in this room?
Yes.
Here, hold on a second. Let me change the voice. Hope sure it won't mess up that much.
Hang
Caleb.
on, he's trying to fix it. Quickly.
Oh man, what happened? Oh no. Oh. It's just trying to be silly. Alright.
Okay. Tell Uncle Brian what you were gonna tell him.
There we go.
No, you tell him. Me tell him. How you tell him? You. All right, let's do it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Uncle
Brian.
Brian. The chicken.
The baby is a boy.
So you get a little brother.
Uh-huh.
Ah, nice.
Yay.
Yay. Sorry to interrupt your game.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, my brother's actually. I think tomorrow they're planning to go to the doctor for an ultrasound too. So.
Oh wow.
Oh, how exciting.
This is your brother's what?
9th.
9.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Hey, John, I don't think we need to worry.
There will be Butterfield. Yeah.
And you got the male and female. Several.
Line is taken care of.
And,
Alright.
That was the end of the message.
Thank you, guys.
Are you sticking around, Dudley, or are you ducking back below deck?
Looks like I have a little bit more energy left before I'm trapped back in the amulet.
You wipe chest. You can play.
I have to find my character sheet, though.
I almost
That'll only
converted
take a
that.
second.
Wow, I almost converted
I'm only
that
level
crystal
2.
to,
You just witnessed the herd of space jellyfish get dodged by the captain, and one of the sailors got hit and is down. You're currently in a system with a blue star, a big chunk of ice, essentially. It's just an ice planet, and it has a ring of debris around it.
Is the sailor that got knocked down? I rushed to him. Is he dead or just unconscious?
Roll a medical.
Steven, FYI, we're getting a bit of an echo.
Oh, okay.
I'll move next to him.
It's just medicine, right?
Yep.
So, 13.
Yeah, he dead.
Alright, you're good.
Oh, I guess I won't burn a spell on him then. I rushed to cover.
Roll a dex, see if you can avoid it.
Oh, well, that's kind of you, knowing that I have a 0 mod. And I roll low all the time. 7.
You have advantage on it because the captain's trying to dodge.
Yeah, that normally doesn't help me.
There you go. It didn't help you at all.
Nope.
You take 7 electrical damage.
How many?
7.
Oh, dang. I thought I had
Okay.
level 2.
You feel electrical jolt go through your system. And you just feel like you're seizing up. Roll a con check.
Oh, I have
Con
advantage
save.
on those, thankfully.
You don't have advantage on the con save. It was just the dice.
My dwarves do.
To all con, or is it poison?
All con.
Oh,
Poison's a separate one.
okay. I thought it was just poison.
I have advantage on poison for artificer and advantage on con for dwarves.
Oh, okay.
So 14 on that. Is there a mod on those saves, or is it just...
Yeah, there's a strength save modifier. It should usually be on the top of the sheet. If you're proficient in it, you get your proficiency. If it's not, it's just your modifier to that stat. I don't remember Artificer's.
Oh, right.
Offhand.
So plus 4, 18.
Okay, you feel your body's like seizing up, but you're able to shrug it off. The captain's like, I don't know if we want to stick around here for these kind of creatures. It seems to be more of a wild area. Most civilized systems tend
Agreed,
to
get us
drown
outta here.
out. So you guys head back onto your path. As you're going to the phlogiston, I need anyone who would be on above deck. Who would be there, and what would the rest of you be doing at the time? Like, what's everyone doing?
I was above deck.
I'm below deck trying to make my gun again.
Okay.
Cookie takes a lot of time to cook. I mean, for a crew of 30.
Yes.
Okay, I'm actually going to go below deck, if possible.
Well,
Okay.
my archery training ground would be above deck. I don't know how.
Yeah.
So if my role on the ship is to still be, help
Right.
training the crew, he'd probably be above deck.
Yep.
Are you saying this is right after we leave the jellyfish, or a while
This
after
is
we've left the jellyfish?
This is like a couple days later.
Something.
Oh, well, then
Yeah.
there's a good chance that Rio would be above deck at some point. Here, John, roll a d20. Tell me if it's above 10.
Roger.
Roger.
If it's above 10, then she's on deck. If not, then she's below deck.
You're on deck.
Okay.
Okay, so
Dudley?
roll a d20 for my perception. Or at least I assume we're doing a perception.
I'll roll it for you.
Dudley, would you below deck or above
12
deck?
on the die.
Okay, well then I get a 12
12 on the dice.
perception.
He'd probably be talking to Cookie, trying to figure out what's been going on.
Okay, so Cookie's in the kitchen. Yonovan, what'd you get?
Or bugging Jonathan.
I have not done a roll yet.
Okay.
Where'd the team?
Alright. I would probably be on deck.
Haha, 22.
Nice. You see it, and Rio doesn't yet. You see this...
Cleok's perception was 13.
Oh, Yonovan rolled. I was
Since
saying
I was on there.
Cleok, sorry.
I was doing that to work on my gun.
Oh, okay. Yes, you make your gun successfully. In this time. What'd you get, Cleok, and what'd you get, Rio?
Rio was 12, Cleok was 13.
Okay,
Are we looking
awesome.
for a dex, or what are we looking for?
Perception if you were on deck.
Okay.
You guys don't notice it till a bit later, but then eventually you see off the forward bow, right-hand side, what's it called? Yeah, whatever. Forward right, you see this large object moving in the purple gas of the phlogiston.
Does it
Very
look like
large.
it's moving towards us or away from us or just out there?
Uncertain.
I asked the captain if he sees it, and what is that? If he does. If he doesn't see it, I point it out to him.
It's like, I'm not certain. Ready everyone, just in case it's a threat.
Great.
Red alert! Battle stations!
Word spreads, Cookie comes up deck.
Yep. I've loaded around and I'm ready to go.
Wouldn't it be more of a yellow alert?
Likely.
Sure.
I look at Dudley, I'm like, good thing I didn't try and use that crystal to make ammo.
Is that the big one?
Dudley, you're alive!
I think so. I'm missing something. I think a body. That's the first thing I'm missing. Looking for, I'm actually rebuilding my character. I have no idea where level 2 went, so he's now in the new app.
Ah.
But I'm having trouble from figuring out from my old sheet what my proficiencies were. But I think never
It's
mind.
not that hard to pick proficiencies.
I know, but it's really hard for me. I have a hard time making decisions.
Huh. Interesting.
I mean, I spent like 2 hours designing this the first time, so I'd rather just see what I did before.
Guys, he sleeps in a cage. He's not good at making decisions.
So you guys see, as you get closer, it's this large... looks like a hybrid between a whale and a bug. So it's like a whale with an exoskeleton just swimming around in space.
Can we kill it?
It looks like it
whale.
could swallow your ship whole.
Hey, let's go.
Can we
It's a
get out of
very
here
thick
fast?
Chitinous shell.
Oh.
It doesn't seem to
Right.
be paying you much attention, but yeah, it's certainly not a
Gosh.
I would like to ready an action. If I see Talon readying a firebolt, I tackle him to the ground. I almost said shoot him with my bow, but
That could be more fun.
I'll settle for tackling him to the ground first.
Awesome.
You tackle me, are you sure?
If you go to attack the creature, yes.
Well, we just added another one. I love you too. Thanks.
If you launch a firebolt into the phlogiston,
Go away.
Well,
No,
I
sir.
wasn't going to even mention that.
No, sir.
Yes, but we
Okay.
understand a bit
Are
more
we gonna
about the
call anyone else?
phlogiston
We talked
now.
I do.
about the
Cleoc does for
top kids,
certain
or you
because
wanna
he's
call
investigated it. It's a lovely purplish gas that loves
last
fire.
phone call, and then you're going to bed. Well, we're taking a break.
Hint,
You
hint.
want to start running our back?
Cook it? I'd rather book it.
Okay. So, you guys pass by the great Leviathan and press onwards to your goal. And
I had to ask about space Loch Ness monsters.
Yes, you
it
did.
just
I
happened to
summoned
get
it.
it just happened to get
Okay.
rolled. I rolled. It was a
Oh,
Yeah, right. Oh,
Really weird.
oh.
In our bedroom.
so.
That's funny though.
After another few weeks, you come up upon another shell,
Oh.
and you enter.
Okay.
Within it is this
That's weird.
mighty,
It's actually rolled in it.
giant rock face of a dwarf. And within its mouth, you see many lights and ships coming and going.
It has a mouth?
It's a giant, like, dwarven head. The whole stone is a giant dwarven head.
These guys really like themselves.
What's wrong with that?
They built their entire city as a monument to the dwarves.
And
Cleoc says nothing, but is
fail to see the problem here.
Well, that is consistent with the problem.
John starts laughing continuously and rolls over.
But hey, it doesn't matter. Let's see if they want all that ale y'all haven't drunk up yet.
Wait, we were supposed to save that?
and
Yeah.
of course we
If you
have
want to drink it, there's no skin off my back.
and of course we have our mission. Can I assume that this crystal sphere is the one that our mission was on?
Seen as the captain taking you into the sphere without asking and is heading right for the fortress, probably.
Cool.
What the fuck?
It's a moonlight. Yo.
That's the creature you guys saw.
The little
Nice.
dot. There's our ship. We can cook it. We can eat it for 20 years.
And this is what you see now.
Oh my gosh. Seriously? You know,
Seriously.
so, out of character, I remember driving through some places in Texas and looking around and seeing a flag off of every building. I'm like, there's hundreds of flags everywhere. Texas really loves Texas. No one else does this.
Mm-hmm.
I failed to see the
Historical. They like their
problem.
history too.
And now the dwarves you see do something kind of similar. They build a huge dwarven head and build a city on it.
How else will people know where to find us?
I asked Donovan if they did this to his old city too.
Okay, but you said the ships are coming out of their mouth.
Yes. On the mouth there, you see ships coming in and out.
That means they have to go in their mouth and be eaten and have to come out.
They come
Never
in
mind.
and out of the mouth.
Yeah.
Talon,
Merely a docking.
try not to think too hard about dwarves.
Okay.
Don't hurt yourself there, bird brain.
Yonovan, you
Yep.
come up on deck and you see the glow of a forge in both of the eyes. You're
I know
used
where
to
I'm
the
visiting first.
Lovely glow of forge furnaces and the shifting
Yep.
colors. So you'd pick right up on that.
Home sweet home.
So yes, glowing eyes and glowing mouth. This is the fortress that is before you.
Okay, so, gentlemen, have you or have you not been drinking wine? And if so, how much wine have you been drinking?
You're the cook. Wouldn't you know?
Well, they
This is
actually
not
wouldn't, 'cause
wine
it
that
was
we're supposed
stored-
to serve.
Yeah, it was
They
cargo
bought it.
hold.
I would
If
not
they
have.
want to drink it, I'm not going to stop them.
I would not have drunk the wine. I may have had some of the ale,
Uh,
but not much.
depends on how much spirits came with the normal
Okay.
meals
All right. I'll
and how
put
long
it to
we've
you
been
this
gone.
way. We've been gone 2 months. Okay. Well, no, probably 3 months total on our journey since we bought the wine. We
Yes,
bought
3 months.
450 gallons of fine wine. Okay. Now,
Okay, so
Was this for trading?
Yes.
So you were supposed to sell the wine or drink the wine?
well, it
Sell the
was to be sold, but it was bought out of these guys' own money. So he wants to drink it, but he has to tell me how much he's drunk. Now would be the time. Fess up.
I would say 5 gallons since it's been how many months? And I'm a dwarf. But not the wine, just the harder stuff. It depends on how much the bird was spying on me in those months. Though.
I'm gonna say Rio drank at least as much as the dwarf, maybe more.
Just knock off 10 gallons and call it good.
Okay,
Just 10 gallons. That's it.
move on.
We're not drinking all day and all night, man.
You drink all night, and you'll drink more than that. You're a dwarf.
Well, I mean, a bottle of wine is about a fifth of a gallon, so
Yeah,
that's fine.
that 5 gallons is a significant amount.
At that rate, they're drinking about a bottle a day, which isn't bad. All right.
All right. So, how much was the value of the alcohol remaining?
1 second.
And then you can also sell the ore that you got for 250 worth of
We
ore.
already tried selling it.
Not the ore. The metal you had bought. The ore
Oh,
was
right.
for...
Right.
Okay, Nate. So back to those figures. We had 363 gold pieces worth left of wine.
Okay, question. Cookie.
Yes. Yes.
Did you or did you not add mine stashed that when I asked you to?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I wasn't sure because my mic wasn't working.
Yeah, I took care. I have 100 gold piece down from you. It was split 50-50.
Okay.
Okay, that was for...
The food and ore.
Okay. And the alcohol was separate.
Yes,
Yes.
that was Ryu's own thing. That
So, in
alcohol
other
is
words-
Ryu's only.
Okay. In other words, no. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. So, you land, go to the market, I take it, to sell your goods?
Yes.
After helping the lasser with her stuff off, but we'll go back to that. Do you want to roll a diplomacy?
Yes.
Or would you like to take the deal? Okay.
I
Keep
like
in
to
mind,
roll
if
a
you go
diplomacy.
low, you lose. If you do well, you get an increase.
Right. All right. That's a diplomacy's not a thing. What is it?
It is diplomacy, persuasion.
Persuasion. There we go. Yeah. So 13 persuasion.
Okay. So you're able to get 396 for the alcohol.
Okay. Did you hear that, Ryu?
Was that total amount reused?
Yeah, that amount is all Ryu's.
Yeah, let me write it down. What was the number again? 396, was that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Okay. And for the ore?
We had 250 worth in ore, and I
Mhm.
shall. Oh my gosh.
Did that roll? It looked like you just dropped it.
Yeah, I don't really know. It didn't roll as much as it used to
It's
roll.
always better to, whip it hard and fling it or flick it or toss it or something like that.
10.
Then he says he will not barter with you. You will have to take this going rate for it. That is all you can do.
Alright. What's the going rate?
He won't tell you yet. You take the offer or you'd leave the offer.
I take the offer.
Congratulations, you get 565 for the ore.
Okay.
That's the current market demand rate at this place.
Sounds fine.
It's actually quite good.
I
Yeah.
was going to say you doubled.
We made up pretty well. We lost in some other things, but overall it was rather speculative.
You sold it
Not-
for, I think it was like 90 something percent, and you bought it for like 40 something percent.
Yeah. Okay, so, people, Cleoc, and Talon,
Yeah.
you each made 113.
Yay.
So 113 gold.
Yep, that's what I gave you back.
Oh gosh.
Another like 100,000 gold, and I'll be able to buy my own ship.
Do I remember the server password? I think it's really far up in the thread.
I'll type it out
Thanks.
in Discord.
Thank you for doing that, Cleoc.
Gracias. I gotta get back to the bottom again. Is there like a page, like end?
It should
Oh,
be.
hey.
There should be.
Control ends. No, that doesn't work. Should work.
There should be a go to current messages or something. Oh, you
There
probably
we
still
go.
see them all as new. Okay.
Got it. Yeah. Oh, I could spend months doing this.
All right. So you guys.
If you can't find the bottom, it's "We Jam Spells!" with the words capitalized.
I did find it. Thank you. I see a boat. And people are chilling.
We're gonna have to find your token, unless you're gonna be the rodent of unusual size.
I think I'll take that if there is one.
Well, there is one, and I moved it around on the ship, and then they put it back in the pantry and locked it in place. So now I can't do anything with it.
Bummer.
Except I can have it attack, and I can have it mode, and I can kill it again. But that's about all I can.
Does anybody find any standard avatars? I didn't find any standard rangers in all the free stuff.
I never looked.
I never looked for rangers.
Nathaniel, do you have a standard looking avatar that I can use for today?
I looked for Air Cochra, and this is the only one I found, which is a freaking duck with a spear or something.
Well, from the top, you can't tell it's a beak. Ooh. I remember how to move around here. There we go. Little mouse to drag. Man, you guys are fancy. I mean, he is outlandish and all, but that works.
It's okay. We've been, just running around in circles for like the past month anyway.
Nice and tall. Yeah.
Assassin? Shredder, is that you?
I am looking for Leonardo Whiplash. Also known as the Splinter. He's looking for that rodent of unusual. He's actually a ninja master. Oh, Dudley. Sweet. All you have to do is assign the ownership to him. Let's see. I don't see. I'm a spectator. I have to pick a color, so I guess I'll pick my old blue. This is where I always have problems. Color picking.
Put you next to your
Well, pink.
brother-in-law.
That works. Not what I meant to be, but whatever.
Oh, I can change it if you want.
No, that's alright. Pink's good. Hey, look, I can move
I
around.
just clicked the one that was near your brother-in-law.
Yeah, that's right. I'm running circles around you. Yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Huh? What? You gonna
Out of character, I fire my fancy longbow, which I have been, reading up all the stuff.
Whew. At least sputters. How did that happen?
Yeah, I got a bow too now. I used to only have darts.
Oh. Yeah, the bow is a lot. Wait, where did I go now? It just kind of randomly falls off.
It's not random.
Did you knock me off the boat?
I've never.
He's a DM. He would.
Oh, I thought that was the dwarf here. He was the only one. Oh, he throwing dice at me.
Anyway, you're playing a ranger, right?
Yeah. Ranger, longbow, quarterstaff. Apparently, I like swimming in the wood. Someone cut me down the side. Someone said he was going to cut me down the sides. I didn't take him seriously.
Well, I hope you're back because
my feet. My feet are halfway through the base.
I'm not sure why that fig's messing
That's all right.
up.
I'm a serving. It's a serving tray. I'm helping Cookie out with the.
the figure has that oh, I forget what it's called, like that. I can't remember the proper thing for it, but the stick figure pose. It's not actually doing the actual pose. It's doing the like wire model pose.
All right, so don't let me distract you. Where we sold some stuff. Very good.
So, long story short, we picked up a mission in town to this girl named Nelasser. Her father posted a bill saying that he wanted her daughter escorted to this place that we just went to this dwarven town / face / planet / Unicron.
So we're
something.
The Unicron.
We decided that was a good place to sell all that ale you've been carting around.
Yes.
Very good.
So I would assume that the end of the session will be us either resolving that, fulfilling our mission, or other things are going to happen.
Or the session ends now and we didn't do it next week.
So you guys are offloading all her boxes and stuff. An elven gentleman comes up to you and says, "Welcome, I'm Sigara. I see you have brought Nelasser for me.
Ah, yes.
Would you like me to have your reward here, or would you like to have it when you get back to your base of operations that you took the quest from?"
Well, here is better for us. Certainly.
He heads back and comes out with a few dwarves following him. And let me pull the random generator up and see what kind of loot you get. Random gen is fun. I never know what's gonna happen.
Don John's such a good spot. So is Cookie going to get a new standee now that he's not a bard anymore?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to figure out what I am.
Cookie.
Like I don't fit the classic mold of anything else.
That works. Perfect. Spot on.
Folio of parchments is contained in an ash box inlaid with silver. His lock of magic is opened only by a drop of holy water. When used in a performance, this tome provides a +1 bonus to charisma performance checks. +1 bonus to intelligence arcana checks.
There's something happening in the other window. Haha.
Lots of gold, lots of gems.
Oh, you guys are rich.
Now, is that per person or for the group?
For the group.
Always
For the group. Yep. He will message you individually if it's an individual one, I think.
Indeed.
So-
Where did you learn
I
that
think-
from?
What happened last time, but I think multiple of us are interested in the book that does Arcana checks.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, though.
The books can be used continuously, right? But the ciphers are one use
Yes.
only.
The books are permanent things, as long as you're meeting their requirements. The money is money, and then the ciphers here at the end are one-time use. Kind of like, they're potions, but not potions.
It's a hand grenade, kind of.
So he brings out a few chests, lays them down, and says, "Here is your reward. I thank you, and I hope you have a great day." And the dwarves pick up all her luggage, and they head off with it. And you're left now at the docks. You get your ore, and your alcohol. Go sell it to the gentleman nearby in the docks, who's obviously a merchant. And then you do what?
I wonder if they have any alcohol that's extra cheap here. I should look and see if I can find some that's cheaper.
Well, we're
By
out of
cheaper,
jobs.
I mean below market price, but you know.
Cookie will not be helping you on that endeavor. I'm done trading. This wasn't
Well,
as
what do you mean training?
useful
I was
as
just
thought.
buying alcohol to drink. And what do you mean? You guys doubled your money?
Not in the alcohol.
Not on the alcohol, but on the others.
Well, we doubled the ore, but we went for a loss on the food, so it was only 50%.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're now out of jobs again.
I
We're
bet you there's a
mercenaries
jobs
without
board.
a job, so
Well, you guys figure that out. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'll be right back.
I mean, our basic assumption was to go back to the main port that we found jobs at, right?
Right. But there also
Well,
might be jobs here.
I have a feeling the dwarf wants to spend a little bit of time here.
Among such great people who build such a great fortress, of course.
Rio's okay with it because they know how to drink and party.
Which leads to missing people. Which, you know.
which is how. But we found Dudley. we can pretend we found Dudley here, right?
In a box.
What's you gonna pay us? No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I want to go upstairs and look at those forges. They were glowing as we came in. I mean, forges that are visible from that far away have to be huge.
Warn you not to come in.
Inviting.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
they're run by dragons. Rawr.
What? How'd you manage that? That was
What?
I'm bowling.
did you throw a dice at him?
So, Rio's gonna snag the book that gives you the Arcana check and just walk away and see if no one notices.
Yeah, about that. I was gonna do a sleight of hand check on the book.
The Arcana one? Wait, so this is... John, roll a d20 plus 3 for me.
John,
Okay.
I'm really hoping for a nat one here.
I'm hoping we roll the
15.
exact same thing.
You got a
15.
15 total.
Total? Okay. Jonathan, are you gonna roll?
Yeah, where'd the dice? There it is.
I really hope we get the same.
What I can imagine here is that you're both looking and you spot the book at the same time. You both reach at the same time. And you both know it exists.
No, we both end up grabbing each other's hands and holding hands for a second.
Ooh,
Awkwardly.
Dudley sees it.
Anyway,
Out of it.
I see
What
you
did
wanted
you
to get a
roll?
closer look at the book.
Well, what was I supposed to add? What are we doing?
Sleight of hand is what I did.
Wow.
Cleonk is not interested in the book. He would be looking for at the job board.
I only got like a 10.
Well, we'll let the DM decide what happens with that.
Dudley saw it, whatever it was. He got a natural 20 on perception.
Perception. Well, then it's up to him to decide if he's gonna mention it.
What were the rules for?
They were trying
Rio-
to steal it from each other.
Rio saw the book for the Arcana, and she tried to do a sleight of hand to get it, and she got a 15 total. And Yanovan was also doing the same thing.
And Dudley rolled a 21 to see that it was happening.
So Dudley obviously perceives it going on.
Yo,
Ah! Yes, that's great. We should start reading this and find out more about how to find Snidely Whiplash. I think we should
Who?
all have a group reading session. First, you
Who?
can read 5 words, and then the next person can read another 5. Or if you want to get tricky, the next person can read 6.
oh dear.
I think he might have gone soft in the head.
You spent too much time in that rock. It's been rubbing off on you.
Now, I might have to have one of you fine gentlemen help out with the reading for my turn, because not many of these letters look too familiar to me.
I'm next to fire.
So, question: you mentioned this book of is bound and locked. Did we get a key with it, or are we stuck with?
Oh, is that including all the copper and everything else?
It's
What was your
rounded,
question?
but we did spend some meals, so you can ignore the meals you spent and take
The-
that as your gold.
The Empyrean Book of Bear. You said it's locked. Did we get a key with it, or do we have to pick the lock? Or oh,
50 pounds when full. That's awesome.
that's great.
Lodestone tankard.
I have a feeling that Yanovan wants that.
Cookie wants it too. That looks fun.
Yeah.
Headset
Rio
died.
knows she can't lift it.
Right, you're
You
saying
can't lift 50 pounds? What?
the tome of what does what?
I've only got 8 strength.
So,
The tome in the description says that it is locked. Does that matter?
Right. Did we get a key with it, or do we have to find a way inside. That's
do you
what the
mean?
question was. The
Can't
thing
you
inside is
read?
locked.
And can be opened only by a drop of holy water.
No, different one.
The second one.
The Empyrean Arcana.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta lockpick it.
Okay.
Fine,
Luckily,
I will
someone
collaborate with Yanovan.
Since I have lockpicks.
Fire? Fire?
And Dudley.
Fire and books. What world are you from?
Well, it would kind of make it get rid of it, would it not?
I think a metal person is gonna smack him upside the head if he's not careful.
Yep.
Metal people.
I don't think John Henry is okay with burning of books.
Who's John Henry?
Indeed.
Me.
His alter ego.
Anyway,
Friend.
my character is wanting to take his share of the gold in script. Find the location to do that. And then look at the job board.
Okay, you are able to find one.
No
Cookie,
job board.
So is there a bank around here then?
Cookie
There's
gets,
a bank everywhere.
He was able to find a bank, yes.
you get 30 more gold because I repay you for the armor stuff.
Oh. Cool. I forgot about that.
I'll go find the bank as well.
I think I still owe you 75 gold from a different campaign.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Life is more than gold.
You're right.
You're right.
It's very nicely made Londos.
I wish you're up here for the next campaign because I think you'd enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But that being said, did you guys want to go back to your main base to acquire jobs, or are you going to try to get one here at the dwarven place?
They want to spend some time hanging out with the dwarves, especially the dwarf does. And so looking for jobs here is a great choice. Cookie wants to look for jobs as well.
Cleoc wants to look for jobs here just because he doesn't live that long, though. He doesn't want to be on the boat for 3 months doing nothing. A month and a half.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. No, I get that.
We need to fix that. Wait. How? You don't live very long? Are you going to die? Are you ill?
Shut up.
We can only hope.
He's got, what, a couple more years and that's it?
There must be a cure. Maybe this book has some information.
We could try freezing them.
Hey, I can do that!
Stasis.
Oh.
Alright, gents. Well, we're getting off topic, so we'll end it here for tonight, and we'll
Right.
pick up with the searching of jobs next week. Sound
Okay.
good?
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
Awesome. It was fun, gents. We'll see you guys
Yep.
next week.